And we're back at FPS Brossard Finals weekend, where now we have competitive 5v5 Party Crashers versus Braves. Both of these teams finished the season 9-1. They did face each other in the regular season, where Party Crashers got the upper hand, winning 33-18. Dan, how excited are you for this game?
Well, first off, I'm super excited to be in the booth with you, Kuyu. Like, honestly speaking, this has been a long time coming. We've been at it for a while now, and we're finally calling a game. But not only a game, we're calling Braves, Party Crashers, 5v5 Div 1. I'm super stoked. We got two freaking massively dominant teams offensively and defensively. I don't really know where it's going to go, to be honest with you, Q. Mm-hmm. We both know in this league, Braves have owned most of the division.
Yes.
I mean, for about, 3-4 years now, they haven't lost a finals. But I do feel like Party Crashers, what's their name, Q?
Yeah,
Party
Crashers.
They're here to crash the party, so we're in for a show, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. So right now we actually have an interview where we have Nick that's going to be interviewing Party Crashers Guillaume Belin. So back to you, Nick.
I'm with Guillaume Belin, starting DB for Les Braves. Guillaume, this is the cream of the crop of Flag Plus football. We're going to go into the 5-on-5 competitive championship, and your team is 9-1. You were the second seed, and you're going to face Party Crashers, who are 9-1, and they were the first seed. You guys met up once this season, and you guys lost. How important is it for you guys to break that little momentum and get the win this time?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to be in the finals against a good program like theirs. They have obviously decent athletes over there, so it's going to be fun to match up against them. Any competitive game in flag is a fun game, and we do this because we love the game, we love competition, we love the little hate that goes behind the Braves too. Like we fuel with that, so no, it's going to be a fun one.
You're a member of the Canadian national flag football team. Of course, Jean-Alexis also was a member last year on the other team. There's talented guys on that team as well. Mendel Joseph, who played U Sports, is an all-star in U Sports football. Jean Giraud, who used to play U Sports football. They had a couple CFL guys as well who now are in camp, so they're not a part of their ranks. The talent is at its top. How do you separate yourself from a team that's this talented? You guys have elements too. What is the difference maker at such a high level of flag football?
I mean, it's always fun to see the game grow, and obviously I think in Quebec and Montreal specifically, like you've seen the game and the talent around grow at a incredible speed. Men's side, women's side, juniors are obviously incredibly talented. So again, I think it just shows that this community is a healthy one, and when you see that this sport is being named at the Olympics and that we have guys like these guys, translating from contact to flag and seeing them adjust really quickly and being in the finals in Div 1, it's obviously encouraging for the sport for sure.
We're looking forward to seeing you in the World Championships in August in Dusseldorf, but now you have a chance of winning an FPF competitive 5-on-5 championship. Guillaume, good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Back to you guys in the booth.
So thank you, Nick, for the interview with Guillaume Blanc. So Dan, we were talking about it, how excited we are for tonight's game. For the folks that don't know, Braves is one of the best teams. Braves is one of the best teams in Canada. You kind of want to also say they're probably one of the top teams in the world to expect. They're a team that travels around the world. They compete all over the world. So when you get the opportunity to play this team, it's serious business.
It is. It really is. I mean, like you said, they play a lot. They play a lot of football. They have a lot of chemistry together. And I alluded to the article that was written this week by Keon, and he had an interview with Joe, and Joe brought up a good point. He goes, it's hard to find that motivation during the season. I don't blame them. They constantly win. They're constantly in the finals. They know they're going to make it. So it's hard to find that motivation during the season. So could that be the reason why they lost that game 33-18 during the season? I don't know. But I will say they came with a package ready to stop Jens Lee's offense, because Jens Lee is on fire right now with that Party Crashers team. And I'm excited to see how it's going to pan out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm pretty sure they have a great game plan for Jens Lee. Just kind of going back to the aspect of the Party Crashers right now, Party Crashers is known. They are known as to be one of the better teams in the Division 6, Division 5. But this year they took a step higher. They ended up stepping away from their regular quarterback Fred Zubri, brought in Jens Lee Alexi as their main receiver, brought in kind of Emerson in a bigger role where they have a double quarterback option, and I think that's what kind of put them to the next level.
I think it really unlocked the offense. I mean, first off, Gensly as a quarterback, I mentioned it in an interview once about a year ago that I said, who's the next up-and-coming quarterback? I said Gensly because I saw the potential within the kid. But in the 5-on-5 game, he cannot run. What unlocked this offense a lot, I really feel like it was Emerson, because that's double QB, like, sort of function that they got going on. It's kind of similar to what the Braves have with Joe and Will Trottier. So I'm excited to see who's going to be the one to play the chess match in the right direction, and it's about not making the big mistake in this kind of game, because the Braves, they're going to capitalize on that big mistake. It's a matter of who could go down the field each and every drive. Extra points are going to be big here.
Who do you think is going to be the biggest playmaker between both these teams?
So to be honest with you, I do feel like both teams, it's gonna be. I can't just give it to you like that, Q. I swear. I thought about this long and hard. I gotta give it to the rushers, because the rushers are gonna be the biggest factor. Phil Farran, is he gonna make a difference on Gensly? And right now, who is rushing Gensly? I mean, it's going to be Ferran, but Emile showed signs of rushing him as well. And on the other side, Francois Hogue is also a great rusher. Is he going to apply the pressure on Joe enough to make a mistake? I don't know.
Yeah. So it seems that we're starting with PartyCrashers starting the ball. Phil Ferran is out there you have five defenders. So you have Gab at the corner spot. You have JD next to him. You have Belan to the left side, and you have Jeremy Murphy to the further left side, and then you have Phil Hans the rusher.
It's a pretty good defense, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad, honestly. It's not bad.
Pretty good
in Canada, but yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. But again, that this PartyCrashers offense is nothing to play around. They understand concepts. Their concepts is very, very well run, and you're going to kind of see just right now they're starting in a bunch concept.
Yeah, here we go.
So you have Jean Slay at quarterback. He gets the snap. He looks to Emerson, and just a little drop, a bit too much to the outside. But Jeremy Murphy was right there, so even if he caught that ball, that would have been a gain of about 2-3 yards.
So the Braves play kind of this sort of defense where they have their corners sitting down on the sidelines, and they're forcing you to throw that ball over the middle, which they kind of play with a safety. They fluctuate between which safety is going to be dropping deep. They're trying to get that tip pass over the middle, try and create a turnover on the play. Gensly, I don't blame him, trying to get the ball out of his hands quick, get his playmaker the ball in some open space, but a bit errant throw there, and now they're looking at a 2nd and long.
Yeah, exactly. That's something that the Rays do. They do have to be careful, though, because they do get beat over top sometimes. Now they're looking at a quarterback going to go to Emerson, snap directly. It is picked off by Jeremy Murphy.
So we literally just mentioned how that corner is sitting down on this offense, and they went with a side snap. Ferran didn't waste any time going after Emerson, applied the pressure, which he needed to do, and Emerson just he made the errant read there. Murphy, crazy hands to make that catch. It was a bang-bang play there.
Exactly. That ball came in hot. His hands were ready. He caught that. And now Braves get the ball at their 10-yard line, where you have the starting quarterback, Jonathan Mayer.
Interesting aspect. We have Drysdale snapper.
Yeah, no presence of Mike Persaint today as well either.
Interesting.
So the ball is snapped to Joe Mayer. He looks to James. He has Jeremy underneath.
Touchdown.
And a missed tackle from Jean Slay, and you have an early touchdown from Jeremy Murphy.
So not only was that a great play by Murphy, catch and run, but Gabe was also open on the fade route. That corner sat down. Joe had options there, and I'm sure they're going to be talking about that in the huddle. It's looking late early, Q. It's looking late early.
Yeah, so a bit of miscommunications towards PartyCrashers. You had Jordan that ended up taking down that slant towards Jeremy Murphy. You had Jean Slay also taking it. That's the reason why you had Gabe open, and then you had Jeremy Murphy coming inside, where you had Fitz coming outside instead of coming in. So you have double quarterback drop here. Ball goes to Gabe.
Gabe can
Jordan
throw.
Coming at him, and we have a good tackle.
Big rush. Big. That was huge.
One thing I do not like as much on that 2-point convert is that you're pretty much saying we're going to play our best 2 versus your best 2. I think PartyCrashers do win that concept when they do those double.
Because PartyCrashers are very athletic, and you're forcing them to play man-to-man when you're dropping 2 QBs. So they're going to say, okay, you want to play that game? Let's do it. But honestly, that's the Braves offense. They're going to drop 2 guys at all times, and they're going to try and get that one-on-one matchup. But honestly speaking, I'd like to see Gabe in the end zone for that. Even though he could throw, I've seen him throw. He's a mismatch on offense for sure.
Yeah, big body. So again, PartyCrashers are going to start again. Side
Another
snap, back to Jean Slay, over top to Fitz with a catch, tackled by JD for a gain about, I want to say like 11, 12, 13.
So you see it there. They did the side snap to Emerson, and then he throws it back to Gensly. Farah went for Emerson. When it goes back to Gensly, Bella stayed put. He didn't attack. What that does, Gensly has time. Gensly's going to find this guy, and Fritz, kudos to him, makes a play over the middle.
Yeah, very good play design. Side snap again. Again, back to
And now
Gensly.
Gensly has time
No
again.
rush. He's going to make a move. He's running here. And I believe he's going to gain about...
What do we got? What do we got?
Giving him a first down.
Jack gave him the
They're
first.
giving
Okay.
a first down. So not the best first down you want to see, but again, you kind of want to see PartyCrashers moving the offense from besides their first drive that they just had.
For sure. No, Gensly is a very athletic guy, and when he sees that space, he's going to take it all day. And kudos to JD. That was a good chase down.
Yeah, very good tackle by JD.
Yeah, so right now they're moving the ball. We're heading towards the red zone right now. Let's see if they're going to continue going with this side snap.
So we
Bunch
got,
formation coming in.
So we got first and goal. Again, we were saying bunch formation. Jean Slee gets the snap from Fitz. And we're looking at a corner route just a bit too high for number 5.
So that's usually his big play target, Mamadi Kaba. He's had quite a crazy season when you're looking at it because he's got 12 touchdowns for them, and he's their big play guy. But you got a guy like Gabe on top of him. That neutralizes that mismatch that you're usually looking for because they're both big boys. They're both like 6'2", but they neutralize themselves. So
yeah, that's a great matchup. I think.
It's gonna be a good clash of the Titans right there.
So we're looking at second down and goal. So PartyCrashers are going to have to drive down about 20 yards. You actually have a switcher now. You have
Just the receiver.
Yeah, you have Emerson coming as Q. Side snap to Jean Slee.
Now they're applying the pressure.
Oh, right
through his hands.
through the hands. Great ball for Emerson. I believe JD was in that coverage. He thought it was going to go more between inside. Emerson was trying to look back shoulder. And again, just a drop that you
gotta catch
don't
that.
see
In the
often
Division
enough.
1 finals, you gotta catch. But I don't know if you saw it there. They adjusted right away. It's within the first drive. They already adjusted. Bellain's attacking now on that second QB. They're not letting him sit there and make a decision. They're gonna apply pressure, and as you see, it's harder to throw when you got that rush right in your face like that.
Yeah, exactly. Third down. So no, they prepped for this game, 100%. So here we go. We got third down. Snap to Jean Slee. Pumps fakes.
Hook
goes
and
over
go.
top, and
Ooh, into the net too. Is he okay? Yeah, he's good. Wow, great defensive play by Gabe right there. He stayed right on that hook and go. It was a tad late to throw, to be honest with you. I feel like he did have a step on him. It would have been, and that was fourth down. No, was that fourth down? No, it wasn't. Now
no,
it's fourth
third.
down.
Yeah, that was third
Now it's
down.
fourth
Yeah,
down.
he kind of had to put the ball.
Yeah,
a
he
bit,
had a step on him, but
a bit higher in the air. Made up. You kind of want him to attack the ball instead of having to kind of turn and get off balance towards
to
it.
be honest with you, I've seen Gabe make that crazy one-hand pick like that. So
no, but in that situation,
let's just say they got away with one.
If you're gonna throw that, you want to make sure it's behind Gabe, not to a point where.
So they're ready for that double QB now.
There you go, Emerson's at cube. You have Kejan dropping his back. He's also able to throw, so I think he's just gonna put it up there. There we go. We got a jump ball.
Defended really well by these Braves.
Again,
they came with a game plan, Q. They came with a game plan. They're not gonna sit there and make you do double QB all night, man. They're ready to play. Joe called it, man. It's a different game for these playoffs, and kudos to them. This is why they are who they are, man. They come here, they're ready to play, and they're ready to win this game.
That's exactly it. Let's see what PartyCrashers have on defense, because they did get the ball at the Braves did get the ball at PartyCrashers 10 yards. PartyCrashers, their defense is what kind of got them in this season. Ranking number 2. This year, only allowing 208 points this whole season in the regular season. That's 20 points per game, which is pretty.
They had 20 picks on the season, man.
Yeah.
They need one of those right now.
So again, Joe Meyer at snap. Gets the ball, looks between, underneath, catch by William Tkatse. We have
Got a flag.
We do
What's
have
going
a
on
flag.
Oh, no flags
No
for
flag
Emil.
for Emil.
Oof. You don't want to see that in a championship game.
No, you do not. It seems like Bilan and Emil are kind of switching flags back and forth. Something you kind of don't want to. Oh no, he has an extra pair. She's about to go
Of
get
course
it.
they have an extra pair, Q. Come on.
I don't know. He doesn't have his.
They travel
flag.
across the world, Q. Come on. You don't think they have an extra pair of flags in that
Maybe it's a lucky pair of flags. They're both.
Yeah, maybe. You might be right. Interesting dynamic, though. Usually, to start off drives, I've noticed that Joe loves to go to his snapper. But with Drysdale there, as much as he loves Drysdale as a receiver, I don't think he's used to him as a snapper. So it could be interesting.
Speed is definitely faster. So we have first and goal. You have the quick pass to William Trotse, tackled by Mendel Joseph for a gain of 2 yards.
I think Party Crashers are going to start to realize that if they want to have any chance at making a play in this game, they're going to have to start going man-to-man, and which they just did right there. And they're pretty good at deflagging as well. So once you get that man-to-man matchup, that's where things start getting interesting, because are the Braves going to call their double moves? Are they going to go with their post wheel? What are they going to do to attack that man-to-man? Their drags usually are very good for them, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's something they'd love to do. They always have at least one guy dragging down the field just to try to bring down defender so they go over top of him. Here we go.
So you saw the post route there by Drysdale from the snapper position. I mean, he could fly. He could fly. You got to be on top of that. So they were.
Yeah, so that was pretty much all hooks, and then you had James. James
on the corner route.
Exactly. You kind of had Fitz in an island where he didn't really know what to do. Where he at that point he could have came down, but maybe that would have led John Mayer to kind of put one over the top, where you had Jordan Alexi coming all the way across.
It is kind of hard though, Q, when you're going against guys like Mendel Joseph and Fritz, who's incredible at corner. Gensley's on the other side. Jordanson in the middle. This defense is solid as well.
Yeah. So right now we have a third down. We have a bunch concept. Ball snap. You have the deep route to Jeremy Murphy, where he makes a great catch over the top.
Ooh, Murphy coming down with a tough contested catch right there. So right now, Murphy's looking like the one that's winning that mismatch. He's got a pick on defense. He's got 2 touchdowns now on offense. Early MVP candidate? Question mark?
Maybe. Again, just Jordanson
Alexis.
Yeah, Jordan Alexis. Just a tad too late coming over the top, where Joe Mayer kind of saw him not fully committed to that side. He just put the ball up where he has his reliable.
If you're Jordanson, you got to be way more aggressive on that, though. You can't let Murphy get positioning like that.
Exactly.
If you want any chance.
So we have
QB
Braves
again.
going for 2. You have William. They don't have a rusher here, so they're playing straight man-to-man.
Murphy's open. Oh, he got the flag. Murphy wanted that. You see him clapping his hands?
It was a delay rush for Mendel. He kind of waited.
Yeah.
By the time Will Tutsi kind of wanted to look, he had Mendel in his face.
Will loves that pump fake and then going with it. He usually takes the sideline, but to this chance, Mendel kind of really knew. He was skipping forward. He knew that pump fake and go was coming. But to their credit, Braves are really good at the scramble drill on the 2-point convert. So you really got to play man-to-man, tug, got to pull. You got to do whatever you can to stay with these guys.
Yeah, exactly. So here we go. Party Crashers again at their 5-yard line. They need something to happen. You have Gensley at quarterback. He's looking, throws the ball to Fitz. Fitz tries to avoid a tackle, but he gets tackled by Jerry Murphy for a gain of about 9 yards.
So right there, you had the go and the post and the out route. I think if Gensley just be a bit more patient with that, look off the post, he might have that go route down the sideline. Because again, they play with that corner. They're not changing it up, Braves. They know what they want. They're playing with both corners sitting down. I believe Gabe is on a lock with his man Kaba, and they're making it happen right now.
Yeah, exactly. Gabe is on a lock inside. To be honest with you, it looks like just kind of like an island at that point, where everywhere else kind of just fills in the gap. So we have second down here, side snap to. We got offside on Party Crashers. I think they kind of just went off. They kind of jumped the snap a bit too early.
I'll be honest with you, Q. Right now, the Braves have absolutely thrown a wrench into the game plan of the Party Crashers, because this double QB is not working. You have Farhan going to whoever's getting the first ball, and Bella is shooting down next. And Braves know that whenever it's going to be double QB, we're just going to go man-to-man. And when those double QB situations happen, that you have the ball as a second QB 15 yards deep, it's tough to make a throw when it's everyone's man-to-man.
Yeah, but I do think Party Crashers are in a better position when it's a longer field in this situation.
We'll see what happens here.
So that wasn't a good ball at all. He kind of just put it up there. Again, maybe if it was a bit further, it would have been a bit harder for.
I think he had to throw that seam like into the zone. Emerson, you saw him chopping up his feet. He was waiting for that ball to be fired in at like a 15, 20 yard mark.
He put that way too
Yeah,
high
and,
in the
and
air.
Gentsley thought he was going to continue going to get it, but Cava was going deep also, which brought Gabe deep also. So it was just a series of events that resulted in a Braves pick.
Yeah, exactly. Party Crashers are right now. Party Crashers are not looking so good. They're gonna have
They're
to.
not crashing no party right now.
They're gonna have to rely on each other. Don't again. There's still lots of time in this game. We have the whole other half.
Of course.
It takes one stop to kind of get things going. So we have Braves, instead of being at the 5, they're going to be around at the 10-yard line. Again, we have that bunch concept between James Gabe and Will Trotse, and you have John Mayer on quarterback. Ball is snapped. He looks right to James. James catches it, tackled right away by Jordan Alexi for a gain of about 6 yards.
They went to more or less the same concept that they just scored on with the play to Murphy. And I do believe if Joe would have pump faked that out route, even though Mendel is dropping deep, he hesitated for him just a second. He could have had that deep shot again. They're going to come back to that, I promise you.
Yeah, for sure. But I think right now, the fact that Braves are smart, right? Their team, we're up by 12. Let's not give anything to Party Crashers too easy, you know?
Yeah.
So the fact that James is wide open, I think he's going to take that every day, every time of the day.
Party Crashers look a bit confused there. He has the post corner. Oh, man. Oh, man. What a beautiful route by James Drysdale there. Before the play, Gentsley was looking around. What's the call? What's the call? They snap it. He hits him with the post corner. Beautiful throw by Joe Meyer.
Yeah, again, it's to a point where they have to be on the same page. Right now, Party Crashers look a bit confused, not understanding on the call. When you're in, I believe, I guess that was man, to a point, since we didn't really see anything on the other side. You have to know what the hell, you have to know what's going on. You can't make it this easy for the Braves, especially for a receiver like James playing in the snapper position. Those when you have a player like that, it's dangerous.
I was talking about them being handicapped, not having Mike. Look at this. Now they're opening up the playbook, calling corner routes.
So we have Braves going for 2, pass back to William Trotse, comes underneath. You had James and Gabe in that situation.
Fans. Wow. Again, Murphy was right on cue going to the other corner as his right for a scramble drill. But just what a dart by Will, and great hands by Gabe. He has those strong hands. I think, I don't know which receiver was coming across the field as well.
James.
I don't know if Gabe probably whispered to him, don't touch it. Because that ball was coming in right for his hands.
So right now we have 20-0 for the Braves. Back right now where we're going to have, I think, we're going to have a switch of snap. Jean-C's going to snap. Emerson's going to just take control as the offense, and he's going to see what he could do. So Emerson at QB, Jean-C at snap. He's looking left. Jean's underneath. No, sorry. Jean-C's underneath, catches the ball, tackled by JD. Super
I'll
pass.
be honest with you, Q. Aside from the score, aside from everything that's happened, I don't think you go away from your game plan. I think you got 9 wins on this season, and you were one of the best teams in the league because Gentsley was at QB. There's going to be mistakes that happen, but you got to stay the course.
Yeah, but I think that the biggest problem is I don't think Party Crashers played anyone that adjusted so well to what they were doing off the bat. So they're not getting those easy dump passes where quarterbacks are able to roll out. Everything is covered, and they have to earn every single play.
Yeah.
We have second down, snap to Jean, back to Emerson.
Here
Now
we
it's
go.
open. He does have Jean Slee on the side. He decides to run and tackled by Gabe for a gain of about 3-4 yards. If he stood there for a
That's
bit
exactly
longer, Jean Slee probably would have had a walk-in
That's what I was going to say. So now, Party Crashers did some digging also, and they said we got to change things up. They game planned for Gentsley to go out into the flats. They had double QB with Rijan back there. Emerson had time.
Yeah.
I don't know why he had to rush it. What's the point of getting that 3-yard gain? You're down by 20. You got to get big plays.
But
going.
I also don't think Braves game plan for Jean
Exactly.
dropping as
They
much.
got them off guard.
So I think it's to a point where Guillaume has an automatic go to take Jean Slee if he does drop back. When Jean decides to drop back, it's completely different. So there we had third down in about 7 to first down. Quick pass to Jean Slee, got a first down, and now they have about 4 plays from the 15 to score a touchdown.
To Gentsley's credit, though, he's a playmaker. So if he gets that ball in his hands as a snapper, he can make some damage happen. And Emerson's a certified baller. So we'll see what happens this drive. If they could get some points on the board, you never know, man. You never know.
No, exactly. I also think, again, Braves game plan for this perfectly. So you have Jean-Louis underneath, makes a catch, has Murphy there, makes a juke swap. He's still there.
Ooh, inadvertent whistle. Or they called it out of bounds.
No,
It's tough
yeah.
to call that out of bounds.
Well, the
man.
thing is, it's not a straight line, so
It's
very
really, like, come
hard
on.
to kind of see. But again, he gained about 5 yards there, so we're looking at a 2nd and 10. Lots of time left. I just don't like the fact that he went out of bounds. I kind of would like the time to be kind of running at this point, where you don't want Brace to have an opportunity to score if you end up scoring.
I agree. I agree with that heavily, Q. And to be honest with you, what I'm seeing from these Braves defense, they're playing with 3 flat and 1 safety deep all the
You
time.
have 2nd down here.
And there's that Farron presence that we were talking about. He gets that tip on that ball. It's not an Isaiah tip. Let's be honest here.
No.
Okay, an Isaiah tip, he mastered that. He tips it up in the air.
Exactly.
He did it for the Braves for a couple of years, and that pink is going right in the middle of JD's hands, guaranteed. I've seen it one too many times. But to Farron's credit, great play.
Yeah, great play. Again, I think he was going to Jean-Louis, and he was open at the time, but Phil Fahan did a great job on tipping that, making it a 3rd and goal at Braves' 10-yard line.
Yeah, you got to be able to move around, pump fake. You gotta buy some time here, because right now the Party Crashers look way too stressed to just get the ball out of their hands, man.
So we're looking at 3rd down. Emerson gets a snap here. Looks left, comebacks right, jukes,
See?
gets
Buy some
Fahan
time.
over the top to Mendel,
Oh!
and gets an N1 touchdown to get on the board.
Wow, that was not only a great play by Emerson, juking the rush. Like I said, he has to buy time with that pump fake. He bought that time. Finds Mendel in the back of the end zone. Mendel climbs the ladder over Murphy. I don't know if they were teammates at Concordia. I would have to check that out. But
Yeah, they
Murphy
were-
showed some respect, picked him up right away, said, let's play on.
I'm pretty sure they were teammates.
Yeah, it can make sense.
At
then.
least,
The respect
at
was
least
there.
1 year. I think Mendel's first year coming in. But again, it's kind of crazy the fact that you even test Jeremy to throw the
Yep.
ball in that area. But again, Mendel,
You trust your boy, you got to
Yeah.
go with it.
great defender, great receiver, made a play and got Party Crashers on the board. So I believe they're going 2 for here. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a second quarterback dropping. We have sidearm, throws it back to Emerson. Emerson looking at Mendel. Jerry makes a great defensive play there, stopping that 2-point convert.
So if there's one thing that I noticed the difference between the scramble drill that the Party Crashers are running compared to the Braves, they know that it's time to sprint once the quarterback has the ball in his hands. Party Crashers are sprinting right away, and you saw it right there. Emerson got the ball. He had to get it out of his hands right away because Mendel was already at the sideline.
Yeah.
You got to be able to time it properly because he was open, but Murphy, the timing being late, Murphy had a chance to make a play, and he did.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of want to relate it to kind of basketball. You know, when you're one of those guards
Yeah, the
and
cut
you're,
has to happen on
you're,
time.
you're trying to go left and right, and
What
the
you
guys
know
are-
about basketball, Q? Come on, man.
So we have.
That could have been the turnover that we were looking for.
So
That could have been the turnover, Q.
Braves just got back the ball. Drummeyer's first it was 1st down and 10. He ended up throwing a bit over the head of William Trottier, where it got tipped, and Fitz was in the area, but unfortunately for him, he was going for the flag and not going for the ball. A drop that you don't see often.
He could have made a play there, Fritz.
From William Trottier, so I don't blame Fitz at all.
No, listen, the Party Crashers came out a bit more aggressive on that. They weren't playing 20 yards off. They said, we know you're going to go short, and we're going to try and let you get a play on us that we're playing tight coverage.
So we have 2nd down, a quick pass to James, quick tackle from Jean-Louis for a gain
Great
of 5.
tackle.
I think this is the first drive that Emile came in, right? I believe he didn't. I think this
No,
was
he was on before. He was on before, but
Okay.
I don't think he's had the ball yet, to be honest with you.
usually
They mix and match it. When you have athletes everywhere, Q, embarrassment of the riches. What do you want to do?
very true. So right now Emile actually gets out. You bring Gabe Champagne in the game, more for height,
Yeah, a lot of
versatility,
mismatches now.
just in case. Takes away a bit of the speed, but now you bring some of the height where Party Crashers are going to have to adjust. Now that Party Crashers seem like they know what's going on, 3rd down and about 10 to get a 1st down. So we have an
Ooh, on
offside.
2. I like
We
that.
have the middle of the field open. We're there. You
Gabe's
have
wide
Gabe
open.
wide open. Oh, Fitz.
Oh my God, Fritz almost had that.
Ball just
Beautiful
went
concept,
right through his hands.
So they had the receiver on the left side run the streak, get out of the way, bring the DB as far as you can with you, okay? Then you have Gabe across the field running that 15-yard dig route, okay? Now you got Duke 2 QB going. If you're not in man-to-man coverage and it's a zone, Fritz was playing the shorts. He saw the double QB. He has no choice but to attack, leaving that zone vacated completely for Gabe to make a play there.
Yeah. I think a lot of times, I think you have to go man-to-man in that situation.
You have to. Whenever it's a double QB, you saw it with the Braves the entire first half. The moment it's double QB, it's snap out of whatever coverage you were in, grab a guy, it's man-to-man.
The Braves are running down the clock. There is about 20 seconds left before the snap's going to happen. John Mayer's under snap. He's looking left, looking right. You have William Tutsi double clutches it for a catch for a gain of about 4 yards. The time is running. They finally do call a timeout with 14.2 seconds left.
So that's Joe's bread and butter. He's going to have the drag by the slot, and he's going to have his snapper run a hook route. Usually Mike Piercin is known for setting up the perfect pick, whether it's going to be man-to-man, he's going to set up the pick on the halfback, and he's going to run in that hook zone. James just running that hook zone regularly. However, they're moving the ball. They're getting completions. Time's rolling. This is a veteran team. They see 14 seconds. They don't want to have PartyCrashers throw up a Hail Mary before the half. They're going to try to score with literally 0 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, exactly. How big is a stop here for
It's
PartyCrashers
huge.
right now?
This is the game. Listen, if they could get a stop here, this would be huge towards their momentum going into the second half. But if Braves score, oh boy.
It's going to be hard. Again, we have second down and about 6. Joe Meyer looks left, comebacks right, hits Gabe in the middle of the field, and it is a touchdown for the Braves, making it 26-6. I believe they're probably going to go for 2 points like they usually do, leaving PartyCrashers only 10 seconds to do something with the ball after.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. You're down by 20. You got to be able to have some grit and play tight coverage, so man-to-man, because giving the easy dink and dunks, especially these guys, they're amazing at the dips. They're amazing at stretching the ball. You can't give up the easy stuff to these guys.
No, exactly. Something that's kind of funny for the viewers that also are kind of tuning in now. Braves and PartyCrashers are going to actually play against each other right after this for 66. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how this game actually ends, because at the end of the day, you're going to play versus your same opponents.
They're going to be
right
tasting that blood, let me tell you.
So again, we have Joe Meyer under snap going for 2. Will Tutsi is dropping back, ends up throwing the ball. You have Mendel coming down to Will Tutsi. You have Jeremy back in the end zone, and he catches it uncontested, putting 2 more points on the board, making it 28-6 for the Braves.
That was actually a ridiculous throw, I'll be honest. Fading away to the right, perfectly over the corner's hands. I mean, kudos to Will. He was at midfield, launches that, and Jeremy, to his credit, every single convert he's been moving around. This is exactly what a quarterback's best friend should be like. Just constantly trying to get him open, and you see it right there. It pays off.
Exactly. So Braves have about 10 seconds. They're switching the ball. Maybe this one's a bit better.
This is the one. This is the one
to get it into the end zone. I believe if PartyCrashers are smart, they're probably going to get about 2 plays here, maybe the 3, depending how they're going to target the outside. I believe Braves are probably going to give them everything but a touchdown over top, give everything underneath. Again, at the end of the day, they have to have 2 plays to score. So first play, he goes sideline over the top, ends up getting tipped for JD. I believe the receivers for PartyCrashers just weren't on the same page right there.
Yeah, so honestly speaking, I think all the corners, because Braves do a really good job of just reading the quarterback. You know, they know their coverage, but they're going to be reading the quarterback's eyes. I think he had a shot there to Kaba down the sideline, I think, to be honest with you. But Kaba needs to get the ball, man. He's one of their best receivers all season long. 527 yards, 32 for 38 on the season. Hasn't seen the ball yet.
Yeah, he had that early drop where he had it in his hands, then the overthrown pass. But again, other than that, he hasn't had any other targets after that.
So now Emerson's going to come in at QB. He's got the arm that's going to get it there. Let's see if they could get something. But look who's standing over there. Gabe and Murphy. Try. They're saying try it, go. It's tough,
but I think they can have 2 plays here.
Oh, they're going double QB. This is going to be the last play.
So I think I would rather get Emerson to throw this.
This is a pick. Or that.
I would rather get Emerson to throw this. Or if Fitz threw that ball, I think he should have came to the line of scrimmage, get as close as possible to launch that across the field. But again, not the first half that PartyCrashers wanted to see. They have a lot of work to do if they want to make sure they kind of come back. being down by 22.
Yeah, so the Braves, they did their homework. They made sure that this wasn't going to be the same team that they saw in the regular season. They made sure that that double QB stuff was not going to work for them. If you're relying on that, sorry, we're going to be putting pressure on you the entire game, and because of that, it's going to be tough.
Yeah. So right now we have Nick with Mendel Joseph going to do a halftime interview.
Mendel, c'est un joueur défensif d'excellence là, pour cette équipe des PartyCrashers toute la saison. Tu as bien participé, que ce soit à titre des interceptions ou à titre des passes bad down, même les plaqués. En plus de ça, tu joues au football contact là, à l'Université Concordia. En 2024, tu as été nommé joueur par excellence défensif au Québec. Et en 2025, tu as été nommé sur la première équipe d'étoiles au Canada. En ce moment, dans cette partie, tu as marqué le seul touché de ton équipe jusqu'à présent du côté offensif du ballon, chose qu'on voit plus rarement pour toi. Qu'est-ce que vous devez faire là en revenant dans ce match, pour revenir dans ce match, pour combler cet écart de 22 points?
Je pense qu'on doit juste exécuter pour de vrai en offense, attraper les ballons, les petits détails. Vraiment, puis juste faire les tracés comme du monde, puis avoir une meilleure coordination avec notre QB, puis en défense, vraiment créer des turnovers le plus possible pour donner le ballon à notre offense.
Vous avez battu cette équipe déjà 2 fois cette saison, une fois en 5 contre 5 compétitif, ce qu'on fait en ce moment, et une fois en 6 contre 6 Division 1 qu'on va jouer le match suivant en fait. Cette équipe a gagné 9 fois de suite les championnats le plus football dans lesquels ils ont participé, là, si on combine 6 contre 6 et 5 contre 5. Qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire pour réussir à, malgré que vous les avez battus en saison régulière, passer par-dessus un peu ce boogeyman imaginaire de cette équipe qui gagne tout le temps?
On doit juste garder ce qu'on a fait durant la saison, juste garder notre intensité, rester compétitif, puis c'est un autre match comme les autres, puis juste rester nous-mêmes, puis avancer vers l'avant, puis... Yeah.
Merci beaucoup, Mendel. Bonne chance. De retour à vous, messieurs.
Thank you, Nick, and we're back. So again, we're saying Party Crashers down by 22. Braves do get the ball second half, so this Party Crashers defense is going to have to make a stop.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I do feel like if Party Crashers wanted their best shot at winning this game, they had to draw blood first. You know, they had to make sure that they put the pressure on their end. And right now, Braves are just cruising. They're dinking and dunking, forcing them to play closer, and then it's going to open up even more deep shots that are to come. The Braves are playing the game that they prepared to play, and kudos to them. They are ready, man.
Yeah, again, we have still a whole second half. We have 20 minutes. It's never done, right? It's never over.
Done.
It's never over. If Braves can score, I always say the fact: if a team can score 28 on us, it means we can score 28 on them.
Facts.
So
Facts. Starts on defense,
yes.
so you got to get a stop to start the second half here.
That's exactly it. You definitely don't want to make sure that Braves get a Hail Mary here and they get a quick score. Make them drive on the field. Be patient. At the end of the day, just got to be patient. Stay deep. If you're deep, get deep. If you're short, get short. If you can make a play on the ball, make a play on the ball. But don't blow a coverage now. That's the last thing you want to do. Don't try to be a hero. Try to jump a route when you're not supposed to be there, because it might bite you at the end of the day.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go through a wheel drag. Oh, double QB
we
to
have
start it
side
up.
snap.
Look at this.
We have
Emil's
deep.
wide open.
Nope.
Oh.
Mendel's right over there.
Mendel, wow, great recovery speed. I thought Emil had a step on there, and I'm pretty sure Will thought the same thing, because he had Gabe open, said, no, we're here for the home run.
Yeah,
And Mendel said, no.
Exactly. You know what's also crazy? If Mendel was able to turn around a bit,
He probably could have made a play on that.
Probably
Yeah.
could have made a play, because that ball was going inside where Emil was more outside.
Yeah.
But again, great coverage, Mydell. Kudos to the Braves, right off the bat, they're like,
pedal to the metal,
We're
man.
exactly. We're coming for blood. We're up by 22. We want more. I think they also want to make a statement. A lot of the talk was coming into this game. The Braves were able to PartyCrashers were able to hang with the Braves, and I think Braves kind of just want to make sure that everyone knows that they can.
So now we got that bunch formation coming in again, but let's see what happens over
So
here.
snap, quick pass to Emil.
Oh, man.
And he makes a serious quick dip. I want to know if his knees did touch the floor.
I want to know how his knees
situation.
don't break, bro. That's what I want to know. How do you get that low, put your hand onto the ground, and still get up, and you're faster than everyone on the field, and you're able to get to the side? Which, kudos to him. Puts that ball down before the first down, gives them a 3rd and short. Watch for a big play here.
Yeah, exactly. You pretty much get a free play here, but no, great job for him. I want to know if his knees touched the floor. I wasn't really sure. Mendel kind of associated like it was.
I don't think they've ever called it on this
but
guy.
Very hard to call. So we have a quick pass to William Trotse where he gets, and that's weird. I feel like maybe they would have rather have went with a bigger play. They end up getting a first down.
I don't blame them, Q. To be honest with you, the ball is rolling. Why do you want to force a deep throw? Maybe it's an errant throw, and next thing you know, you're stuck with a 4th down.
4th and 1, though. At the
Okay,
end of
even
the
though it's a
day,
4th and 1, Q,
understaffed, you could give it to a lot of players.
You could, but you're also putting the momentum onto their end after. Now you got a fresh set of downs.
I don't know.
Party Crashers seemed more depleted now.
I did not like that play call. So again, we have first down, pass to James Drysdale. They're gonna call a holding on Jordan Alexi.
Jordan St. Alexi, yes. I think it was a holding.
Yeah, it was a holding. James kind of gave himself up, sort of moving a bit, and Alexi was wrapped around him.
So Party Crashers are playing way too off right now. Honestly, like you're giving them the easy looks, and Braves are gonna take it all day because they have the playmakers that are gonna make the yak yards. So it's tough to defend when you're playing like that.
Yeah, and I think Joe kind of realizes how he hit the first pass to William Tutsay for that easy first down, and they just hit James to the right. Hit Tutsay to the left side, James to the right side. Gain of 3, which was a quick tackle from Fit. But then now you have a gain of about 6-7 and a flag, so it's automatic first down. So Braves are going to have 4 downs to score a touchdown here from their 7.
Bunch again.
So you have a quick pass to Gabe, ends up avoiding a rush, walking in the end zone, and an air touchdown for the Braves, making it 34-6.
Q, exactly like I just mentioned. You're playing off coverage. Joe's going to say, okay, here's my playmaker at 1 yard. Watch him go score for me. It's the bread and butter for these Braves. They are known to be athletic enough to make you give that hip thrust that's going to make you miss that flag just by an inch. And Gensley's usually a great deflagger, and for him to miss it, kudos to Gabe, man. He's a great athlete.
Yeah, it also goes to the point where you can't miss tackles like that as well, too, right, Gensley? I feel like it's to a point where he's not. You have to be aggressive to a point where you got to stick to a player's hips. At this point, I think Party Crashers are kind of slowing down a bit, taking things a bit easier, and letting Braves do whatever they want.
Yeah, and here we go. The side snap for sure, yeah.
So a 2-point convert goes to William Tutsay, goes over the top, up to Gabe. Big catch, but he ended up having 1 foot out of bounds. So incomplete.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Braves try and challenge that. Maybe he got that foot in before it went out. I would like to see the replay on that. That was a crazy catch. Even better throw, but he had Drysdale open at the beginning of the goal line as well. If he would have been bit more patient on that, Will, he could have found them right away.
Yeah, I think Will's looking for some highlights for his teammates here.
Oh, no, he's out.
Yeah, he's out. Yeah.
Great call by the veteran himself.
So here we go. Party Crashers get the ball back with 15 minutes left, down by 28. You have Emerson under snap. He whips for something to Jean Sleet. Braves are ready. You have Phil Farhan at rusher. Emerson gets the ball, looks left, comes back right, goes underneath to Jean Sleet. Big catch. Makes a juke to the left, makes a juke to the right, ends up going out of bounds. Forced out from Jeremy Murphy.
So Braves are going to be giving you that center wherever he wants to go. They're going to be playing soft coverage now. Thing is, tick, 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 tick with this clock, man, and you got to be able to go in and out of this huddle, which they seem to be doing at least.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be right now. It's Party Crashers are against the Braves, and they're also against the clock.
Yep, that's for sure.
So we have second and about, I want to say 10 to get a first down midfield. Again, you have Emerson at quarterback, Jean Sleet at snap, quick snap there, goes under, pass thrown by Emerson to number 5, which is incomplete. I feel like that ball was going to be hard to catch at that side.
You're trying to force feed Kava. I mean, he's your best receiver, and Gabe, to his credit, he baited it. He played inside shade. Kava went to the outside. Emerson threw a freaking laser to the outside, but just a bit out of reach, and you could see that they're trying to force a play, and I don't blame them, man. Look at the score. It's tough when you're playing behind like this.
Yeah, great. I want to say also great barricade that they had on him. They had someone underneath, someone over top.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to squeeze that in, it had to be to a spot where, even though they weren't touching, it would have been a hard time for your receiver to touch it.
Yeah.
So we have third down here.
Offside for sure.
So we have an offside on the Party Crashers. They're going to go 5 yards back. We're looking going to be at a third and I want to say about 15.
I would try and put someone else at snapper. Put Fritz back at snapper. You got to put Gensley back at quarterback. I mean, even if you're running some sort of double QB action, Emerson, to his credit, as good as he is, he wasn't the guy leading the squad the entire season. Gensley was. So to me, this switch, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think Party Crashers are
saving his arm for the next game.
Maybe, but also just trying to sometimes what happens, you're just trying to do something new. So you have over top, you have Keisha that hits the ball right into his hands and drops it.
So that's the way this game has been in a nutshell right there. Like it's for the taking for these party crashers, but in and out of the hands, as you see with Rijan, and he's usually a really well-handed receiver.
Exactly. You're having drops you don't usually see. You're having blown coverages that you don't really see. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but definitely Braves are going to have to step it up here.
Is that Braves tidal wave, man? Once they get rolling with, because you know what it is, they adapt to the concept that you're coming at them with. They're not just calling a coverage. Look at them; they're constantly communicating on the field. Belline, there's a reason why he's Team Canada. He's making sure that everyone's on the same page, no matter what formation is heading their way.
So we have about a two rusher. We have a two rusher set here for Braves. You have JD and you have Phil Farhan going
Offside again. Tough.
I'm surprised it is offside because you should just watch the ball. I guess it's going to
Yeah,
the
that's what Jen Lee's saying.
offensive
Watch
side.
the ball.
Just
Watch the ball.
Don't try to get a jump on it.
So, to the Braves' credit, they knew that a double QB situation was happening. If I were them, to be honest with you, I would try and throw some streaks down the sideline. You got to go triple QB in this situation and try and make someone else miss because right now they're rushing two on the two QBs that are being dropped. So, where's the advantage? You're not getting any advantage anywhere.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I think Emerson is going to just put it up to either Hejean or Mendel in the middle, maybe to the outside too. I think this ball is just he's going to try to give a 50-50 to one of his players. Yeah, side snap to Hejean. Hejean goes back to Emerson.
They're giving him time.
Emerson's looking, goes to Mendel, tries to make a play, and Gabe makes a great defensive stop. Turnover on downs, back to the Braves.
So he had time there, Emerson, to be honest with you. Like, it's tough. It's tough because everyone is 40 yards downfield, Q. It's easily to say that, yeah, he's open for now, but once that throw gets there, it's going to get collaborated.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly speaking, though, I would like to see that jump ball go to Kaba, man. This guy needs to get going. He's their best receiver, and he hasn't gotten a reception yet, so it's tough when you're playing like that.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for him. I'm pretty sure last thing he kind of thought that they're going to go into this game and he would have had 0 catches right now with 10 minutes left into the second half.
So now the Braves back on offense, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to go for a home run here.
You never know. So you have Joe Meyer coming in as quarterback. He gets a quick snap, looks at James, goes back to Emil. Emil makes a side dip, tries to avoid a tackle, gets tackled by Francis Hogue.
Yeah, so Francois was literally like, okay, I'm fed up with these dips. I'm going to rush, but I'm coming back. He's not going to dance around us like this. I'm fed up. To his credit, I don't blame him. It's been happening all game. Braves keep rolling. And, if you're not going to play tight coverage, Joe is just going to eat that up completely. And he's just going to call different concepts that are going to get his guys open within 2 to 3 yards, make a play of around 7 to 10. Next thing you know, moving the chains.
How crucial do you think it is that how better do you think the fact is that James is understanding?
I didn't think this was going to be this nice, man. This is scary over here.
To be honest with you.
Here we go. Oh, boy. Okay, so couple of things. Rijan, first time at corner. Joe says, you know what, let's test him out. Gabe had a step, to Rijan's credit, and listen, if it was a tight game, maybe we're getting a flag. I don't know. But Rijan gave him a little bump, get that throw off. Listen, whatever works at this point. You gotta claw your way out.
Exactly. But you have to give your credits to Rijan, right? He's a crazy athlete. I got to play at Vanier College with him. And
disgusting athlete.
Exactly. And I got to watch him at Montreal, University of Montreal.
Running back, no?
Yeah, exactly. And he also played for the Alouettes as running back.
Like, this is incredible.
So he is an athlete. Again, I think it was a bit of
one of the many on the Party Crashers.
Yeah, exactly. I guess it was a bit of a shove, but I think you play that on. So Gab gets a direct snap, goes back to him. Trotse, he decides to fake, makes a spin.
Oh man!
And the ball gets
cute.
thrown back. The ball is going to be at the 1 yard line.
No, I believe it's to the same line of scrimmage.
No, it goes where the ball is thrown.
No, it's just an incomplete when it's behind the ball throw.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm seeing right here, Q. Unless you know there's some different rules that I don't over here, but
Leo, the ball goes there. Or it's there. Okay.
Oh, where he threw it from? Where Will threw it from? Then.
So where Will threw it from? Okay, goes. Okay. All right. So just some clarification.
It's nice to have Leo on the side of us over here to clarify some rules in the middle of a game.
Yeah. So wherever the quarterback threw it from, that.
He got too cute on that one. Joe
Yeah,
was open right away.
he did.
He's not a forget the spin offside. Yeah. Yeah, just to go back to that one, they had a crazy concept going. They had a trips play. They ran side snap to Gabe. Then he tosses it to Will. Will thought that the pump fake was going to get him a bit of time. It didn't, and backfired on them. Because now, listen, I mean, 7 minutes to go. You never know.
You never know.
An onside
You
kick
never
here.
know. A pick six after.
Come on, man.
Well, we got ourselves a game.
Listen, they got to show some life because at the end of the day, not only are they playing in a championship game, but they're playing them again next, like within the next couple of minutes.
You want to finish this
create
game.
some momentum.
Yeah, exactly. You want to go in this game with momentum, get a stop, score a touchdown, get your guys going. You know,
because right now it's 5
on.
on 5, okay, which is way harder to convert, and they haven't missed a beat. These Braves.
John Mayer's under snap. He goes over the top. He has James in coverage, and it is incompleted. Great play from Jordan Alexi.
Joe wants that flag. I don't blame him, to be honest with you. If this was a tight game, that's a for sure flag. I wouldn't even be surprised if they're going to try and challenge that. They're probably going to be trying to challenge that right now, and they're probably going to win that because it was an underthrown ball. But as you see in the NFL, there are always those underthrown balls that always get the flags.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, I feel like Jordan Alexi went for the ball, and then the contact ended up coming. So I do understand it was
I don't even think he turned around, to be honest with you. I think he was running right after James, and James went up, and he got taken down.
So we're going to see a challenge here.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if this is... Let's see this replay.
We're going to see the replay here. So there, he's looking.
James on that corner route again.
He's looking. The ball's coming.
He never looked at the
he
ball.
doesn't look at the ball. That's
PI. That's PI.
Right.
And I'm telling you right now, the only reason it wasn't thrown in the game is because we're looking at 5 minutes left, and they're up.
If he looked at the ball there, do you think the call would have been? Do you think?
The Q. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I don't know.
I'm saying no. I'm sorry. I'm saying if he turned his head towards the ball when
I still think that there was a lot of contact on that play that it has to be called. But in the circumstance of the game, it wasn't. But now that we got a challenge, I think that they're going to win this challenge, to be honest. You can't go up and just try and crack someone in the middle of the air. I mean, come on, man.
No. He was literally playing how he's playing kind of how defenders saying you look to see when the quarterback when he's about to put his hands up and then you attack it. The only thing that he missed there is that he needs
his
to turn.
shoulder goes into James's rib cage. That's the thing, though. He
Yeah,
went for the ball, but,
yeah,
that contact happened beforehand.
No, you're exactly right. But the ball is thrown more to the outside than it is to the in. If it was thrown more to it was thrown more to the inside than it was to the out. So he's playing his hands.
Yeah.
He's playing the fact that he's thinking the ball is going to be coming more to the outside. So when his hands are coming towards the outside, it's more to where it's inside, and that's where the contact initiated.
Totally
I'm not
agree.
saying it's not pass interference. It's definitely pass interference. But he thinks
This
the ball,
is the typical conversation between an offensive player and a defensive player. Defensive player, no, come on, man. How are you calling that? Offensive player's like, okay, what are we doing here?
I think it's 100% pass interference. I just think he could have played it a bit more better if he got his head turned around.
So what do we got here? They got the call right. Yeah, pass interference. Here it is.
So we're gonna get the ball.
Spot foul.
Yeah, they're gonna get the ball at the 5-yard line.
Okay. Yeah, that's a tough break. 'Cause that was third down. It would have been a nice fourth down concept. Again, just to try and create some momentum going into the next game, and you can't do that. So it's tough, man. These Braves, they just constantly find ways to move the chains, and they're gonna be there. They're gonna be. Oh, now Belin is that snap. You see now they're toying with them, man. They're toying with them.
Yeah. Well, again, they have another game, right? So maybe
they're
just
keeping everyone fresh. Actually, James just got cracked. I don't know if he's injured, to be honest with you. He's looking on the sideline. He's looking pissed. Maybe he's pissed. He didn't get the catch on that, I'll be honest, because he's a certified competitor. There you go, Will side snap.
Oof.
Okay, so now it took the whole game for PartyCrashers to finally react to the double QB where we're going to send 2 rushers and just go man-to-man. What happens? Incomplete pass. Wow, Q. Wow.
Yeah, but sometimes it takes a while to adjust, and you're. Yeah.
Okay, but wait. Tell me something. Have we not seen the Braves use Will as a double QB throughout their entire run that they've been on?
Exactly.
You got to be able to come into this championship game prepared for that,
Yeah,
man.
but I also think maybe PartyCrashers have been doing something that they're used to be doing, so they're kind of going what led them to going to. They kind of went with. Sorry, they kind of kept. They stayed with what got them to 9-1.
Yeah, no, I hear
this
you
year,
on
right?
See, again, way too soft coverage. Look at that. Jeremy Murphy just gets his positioning on, and
Yeah.
Joe is an elite passer. I mean, elite passer at that sideline throw. He used to do it a lot with his big boy Gary P.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember
Sideline,
that.
yes,
We
yes.
used to talk about it, game plans in our group chat, saying if that ball goes to the sideline, we are effed.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
straight like that.
He puts the ball where only his receiver
course,
could get
yeah.
it, and it's the point. If you are trying to make a play, you really have to push out. Kind of, to be honest, you know who had a really good ball that also as well as a quarterback. That again, he kind of fell off a bit. Kevin Wyeth. Kevin Wyeth had a ball where he put it to the outside where you weren't able to make a play on it. So Braves are going by 2 here. Back throw, back to Will, back to John Mayer, back to Guillaume Benoit for a 2-point convert.
So this is a perfect example of the timing being elite right there. Bellan was open, but he waited until Joe got that ball, then he broke out. That's the meaning of the timing, because then you give Joe that entire sideline to work with, that he could lead his receiver into there. And Mendel's an elite athlete that could defend anything, but that breakout is tough to defend
exactly.
when
But
timing is good.
you see Bellan. Bellan went left and then bounced back right. So he gave the time for the defender to kind of grab him and then speed out. When you're running to a side, it's so hard to defend that. So you have Emerson.
Sneaky athlete.
You have Emerson at first down. Finally gets
gets a catch.
Yeah, finally gets to get a catch. Kind of get things going. Braves are also playing kind of a prevent defense where they're kind of showing 3 guys back. Kind of
at 42-6, are you really playing tight coverage, waiting to get a jump a hook? No.
At this point, they're just trying to get up this game. They do have a division. They do have men's Division 6.
Division 1,
Division
6v6.
1 6v6 finals coming up after this against Party Crashers. So now you kind of want to make sure you don't get any injuries, don't do anything stupid. And
Like I said, though, Q, if they could get some momentum going into the next game, I mean, not many times that you could be describing a game talking about the momentum going into the next game, but here we are at a 42-6 game. We're talking about what could be next, because right now, all you're trying to do is get into that end zone, see a smile on one of these Party Crashers. I haven't seen any of them all game.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a throw that was almost picked off by Gab Champagne, where, again, he just has to put that a bit higher. But Gab, as a defender, he has his wingspan, his length, his vert. It's very hard to get that a bit higher. I feel like if that was just a bit higher, it could have been an easier catch for his receiver.
I think, to be honest with you, Rijan was open on that hook right at the goal line, and he forced it to the back of the end zone. I mean, I don't believe in Kaba as your best receiver, but when you have a guy like Gabe back there and he's sitting deep, it's tough to get it over him, man.
Yeah, and again, I guess Party Crashers also just want to score. As you're kind of saying, they want to feel that touchdown. So we have Emerson here looking at Fahan, going
Got
left,
7
going
seconds.
right.
Yeah, I knew that they were going to call it. Yeah, that's the thing. When you go with your single quarterback now, maybe he's not used to it, because the thing is that he's always gotten it when he was a double QB and the 7 seconds gets nullified. Now he's got it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's juking around 6, 7. So Jack's going to call that all day.
For the people that are listening, in 5v5, the rule is if you don't do a side snap or a fake snap to one of your other receivers or one of your players in the field, you have 7 seconds to pass the ball. In that situation, Emerson was, I think Jack was also lenient too. I think they were looking at about around 10 seconds there. So we have an offside again on Party Crashers. The time will run. We are in the 2-minute warning. We are in time clocks, stopping time. But because the game is more than 15 points, the time will run.
And the Party Crashers just look depleted. Like, everyone's body language is so mush right now. I don't know. I hope they just flip the switch going into next game, but
yeah, but I mean,
Gensly's flopping his hands. Kaba has his head down.
Listen, these guys are athletes. They all have been through. We've been through beatdowns. We've been through blowouts. The fact that they get a revenge game later on,
yes,
I do not think they're going to come out here as slow. They're going to come here with purpose and kind of realize, hey, guys, we lost this game. We're coming back with fire.
I hope they do.
Side snap to Réjean. Réjean passes the ball back to Emerson. I'm assuming Emerson's going to pass the ball back to Réjean. No, he decides to go over top. Big catch from number 5 for about a gain of 18 yards. I believe it's going to be 4th down and 2.
So that's that gunslinger in Emerson right there, you know? Like, he saw Rijan open, but he said, bro, look at the score, man. I'm chucking this bit, and I'm going to get my guy Kaba the ball, and we're going to make sure that we create some momentum over here. Now we're in the red zone over here. Hopefully we could get into the end zone, create some sort of passage going into the next game.
Yeah, so this is probably going to be the last play of the game for the Party Crashers. They have the ball on, I believe it's 4th and goal at the 3-yard line. So here we have Emerson under snap, gets the ball, looks left to Jean-Lee, decides to go left, decides to go right. He's definitely going to have to throw this, puts the ball over the top to Fitz. You have Gab over the top, ends up batting it down, and that is going to be it for your men's division, competitive men's 5v5, where Braves take out Party Crashers 42 to 6.
Just an absolute dominant game by these Braves. They did their homework. They made sure defensively that they were prepared for whatever Party Crashers were going to hit them with. And offensively, they didn't get stopped once. They made sure that they were ready to go, and they proved it with the score of a beatdown 42 to 6.
Yeah, so that's kind of something you kind of have to realize with the Braves is that they're a team that travels, they practice, they want to make sure they're always in the best situation. They were not coming to this game lightly. They said, listen, everyone thinks Party Crashers could run with us. We're going to show Party Crashers what is up. I wasn't expecting a game like this. I thought, I thought Party Crashers were going to make it more competitive. Unfortunately, they didn't. 42 to 6 is something I would have never thought.
Yeah, you close your phone right away. You put it on Do Not Disturb. You'd say to all your friends, I'll talk to you next week.
Go to sleep.
Like, we're not doing this tonight, all right? I don't want to do no review of this game. Just want to turn the page because that's the kind of game that they did. And kudos to these Braves. Honestly speaking, Joe said it in his article that he did. We are a different team come playoffs. We are a different team. We're going to prepare properly, and it's going to be a different beast that they're heading. And listen, kudos to them. They were methodical on every offensive drive, and defensively, they just were ready to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Started off the game with a pick.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. It's hard to kind of do something when that happens. So we have Nick with the winning team, Party Crashers. So we're gonna put it down. We're gonna
Joe or Murphy MVP.
We're gonna put it to him. I would say Murphy.
Je suis avec les champions du 5 contre 5 compétitif hiver 2026 Flag Plus Football, leur 10e championnat de suite, les Braves. Hey, vous avez l'air heureux, messieurs? Notre commissaire de la Ligue, Ben McMahon, va vous amener la banderole officielle et le trophée du championnat. Et le propriétaire de la Ligue, Jeff Rosenblatt, va vous amener le chèque de 1000 $ que vous méritez, puisque vous avez gagné cette division extra compétitive. Il est fâché de vous le remettre d'ailleurs. Et messieurs, vous vous demandez sûrement qui va être nommé joueur par excellence de cette partie. Il va se mériter la bague de joueur par excellence, une nouveauté de cette année. Avec 3 touchés dans la partie et une interception, nul autre que le receveur, Jeremy Murphy. Jeremy, j'ai quelques questions pour toi. On m'a dit que tu n'aimes pas trop les entrevues.
Non, vraiment pas.
Jérémy, tu es un ancien joueur des Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Ensuite, tu as fait une transition vers le flag football. Là, tu es avec les Braves depuis quelques temps. Vous gagnez tellement de championnats. À quel point c'est important pour toi, ou plaisant pour toi plutôt, d'être au flag avec une organisation d'aussi grande prestance?
Je veux dire, les Braves m'ont donné un peu comme un feeling d'être à la maison, right? Quand je suis parti du football. Fallait que je me trouve un petit peu autre chose pour vraiment me retrouver dans ma place. Puis les gars ici m'ont accepté tout de suite. C'était une belle famille. Puis on a toujours du fun, on aime niaiser. On crie plus souvent après nous-mêmes qu'après les autres. Là, on est juste là pour avoir du fun, vraiment. Puis c'est ça qui fait que c'est juste facile après, là, right? On a du fun.
Bien qu'avant cette victoire de championnat, vous en aviez 9 de suite. Là. Cette saison, vous avez perdu en saison régulière contre Party Crashers. À quel point, prends-moi un peu de la résilience là, de réussir à battre cette équipe au moment où ça comptait le plus, malgré le fait qu'ils vous ont battu en saison régulière.
Ben, tu joues au football, tu sais, la saison régulière, ça veut rien dire, right? La vraie saison commence dans les séries. Fait qu'on s'est juste dit, regarde, on va jouer notre football. Puis, if we win, we win. May the best team win. And you gotta show up on game day, man. Tu le sais.
Jérémy, ce n'est pas terminé. Vous avez un autre championnat à potentiellement aller chercher, peut-être votre 11e de suite en Division 1, 6 contre 6, contre la même équipe des Party Crashers. Je vous souhaite encore félicitations et bonne chance pour ce match. J'étais avec les Braves, les champions 5 contre 5 compétitifs de l'hiver 2026, Flag Plus Football. Messieurs.
And we're back. So there you have it. Jeremy Murphy, MVP.
We called it.
I think they got that right. So, very,
One-sided.
very one-sided. So my last question for you before we kind of close this out and get into Division 6.
Division 1, 6 v 6.
Division 1, 6 v 6.
A lot of games for you,
Sorry,
Q,
it's
today.
It's been a long day. Do you think we're going to see a different game, or do you think we're just see dominance from the Braves again?
Q, listen, just like the Habs, I'd love to see them do it. I don't know if they're going to do it, Jim. Right now, their body language is terrible. So right now, Braves, all the confidence in the world going into 6v6. They were moving the ball offensively, and they have to get 25 yards for a first down. Now you're giving them 4 for 10. It's going to be an uphill battle, man. But we never know.
It's 4 from the midfield.
It's 4 to midfield still?
Yeah.
Oh, they changed it up.
Yeah.
I haven't played 6v6 with Division 1 in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, good then. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's going to be more space. Okay, listen. Maybe there's an upside there. We'll take it like that. Hopefully, Gensley stays at QB.
Yeah, so there you goes. You had it. We had Braves just won the competitive 5v5 men's against PartyCrashers of a score of 42-6. Now, and we have men's 6v6 Division 1 where we have PartyCrashers versus Braves again. That's going to be starting in at least the next 3 minutes. So stay tuned.
Cavs Warriors again.